Okay, we're going to try and give a formula to some ionic compounds. So you might have looked at ionic compounds a bit. This is how you give them that formula, NaCl or H2SO4 or whatever else like that, a formula. Now, if you look on, there's two ways of doing it. There's a periodic table, and the periodic table is in groups going down and periods going across. So if you try and remember that periods make you cross, it will remind you they go across. And we're interested in the groups. Now, the groups have got numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that tells you how many electrons are in the outer shell. Group 1 have got 1 electron in the outer shell. So any need to lose 1 electron. This needs to lose 2, needs to lose 3, lose or gain 4. Here, this has got 5 on the outside, so it's easier to gain 3, gain 2, gain 1. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you need to go to the ions thing. There's a bit about ions that will help you. So if I put the charges in, once the atom has lost that electron on the outer shell, it'll have a charge of +1. These lot will have a +2, +3, plus or -4. We'll leave that one like that. -3 because it will gain 3. This will gain 2. This will gain 1, and they will never do anything. So these are the charges on all the ions, which is very useful when you're trying to give them formula. If that is absolute gobbledygook to you, then use the data sheet. There's a data sheet that comes with the exam that tells you the charges on lots of these anyway, so worry not. Use the data sheet if this is taking a mick. So the data sheet will just tell you these are different ions, these are all their charges. Fabulous. So let's have a look at some. Here is a general rule about writing formulas, swap and drop. We're going to go through these, try and show you what I mean. So let's start with lithium chloride. Now lithium is in group 1, so if I went back and looked that up, I'd say it had a charge of +1. It's here, look, lithium +1. Okay, chlorine, that's in group 7, so it's got a charge of -1. Chlorine, -1. Now you swap and drop them. What you need to do first is you get rid of the charge, because that's irrelevant. You swap the numbers over. In this case, they're both the same. And you drop them down. And what I mean by dropping them down is they come down here, like this. So you swap the numbers and drop them down. If they are 1, like these, you ignore them. So you wouldn't mention 1, because you don't, because that means 1 on its own. And if they are the same, you also get rid of them. So the actual formula of lithium chloride, so these are both 1, so get rid of those, is LiCl. Hello? Yeah, thank you. Okay, so that's that. It'll come easier. It'll come easier. Magnesium oxide. Magnesium is in group 2, so it has a charge of +2. Oxygen is in group 6, so it has a charge of -2. You look these up, it will tell you. You're not supposed to remember these. Swap and drop. Remember, get rid of the charges. Swap these. Hello, swap these over and drop them down. So they're both the same, so you get rid of them. MgO is your formula. Come on, Bob. Right, okay, so straightforward. Magnesium chloride, slightly different. Okay, magnesium chloride, we've got magnesium is in group 2, so it's got charge +2. Chlorine is a group 7, so it's -1. Scrub out those charges. Swap and drop. So I've swapped and dropped them. Look. Remember, if it's a 1, you don't mention it. So here it is, the formula, MgCl2. Okay, aluminium oxide is very similar. You've got a 3 and a 2, you swap them round, and you end up with Al. You have a go at that, Al2O3. Now you've got these other ones, hydroxides and carbonates. There you have to look on the data sheet for that. Hydroxide, it will say like this, and carbonate will be CO3 2-, I think, yeah, 2-. So no. Okay, now these are in, I'd keep them in brackets. You treat them as a whole thing. You do exactly the same. So calcium has got a charge of +2. And this one's got a charge of -2. Swap and drop, they disappear because they're both the same. And you end up with CaCO.